No, no problem. Okay, guys, I've started. Thank you very much. So you check for me if you were hearing me, please. Quickly do that. Good, good, good. God calls me the guy, God you call me Mugu. Hey, if I believe, then you come to me. Now who you gonna believe? God calls me superstar, God you call me Sabah, Mr. Sabah. If I believe, then you come to me. Now who you gonna believe now? You're asking me who I am. If I tell you, will you believe me? You're asking me where I come from. If I tell you, will you comprehend? You asking me who I am. If I tell you, will you believe me? You're asking me where I come from. If I tell you, will you comprehend? I'm composed of fire. If I tell you, will you comprehend? Hey, I'm composed of fire. I'm supernatural by design. Pretty well under the water. I'm on with a flame. I'm one of the spirit. Christ is always in me. Don't wonder why. I've always been the best, best, best. I'm the superstar. Without wings, I touch the sky. Christ is my wings, superstar. Without legs, I'm watching from the mountains top. Hey, I'm superstar. I can't be anything less. It's not about me. It's about who is in me. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. Asking me who I am. If I tell you, will you believe me? You're asking me where I come from. If I tell you, will you comprehend? You're asking me who I am. If I tell you, will you believe me? You're asking me where I come from. If I tell you, will you comprehend? I'm composed of fire. I'm supernatural by design. I breathe the world under the water. I'm born with a faith. I'm one of the spirit. Christ is always in me. Don't wonder why. I've always been the best, best, best. I'm the superstar without wings. I've touched the sky. Christ is my wings. Superstar without legs. Watching from the mountains top. Hey, superstar. I can't be anything less. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. I'm a superstar without wings. I've touched the sky. Christ is my wings. Superstar without legs. I watch it from the mountain top. Hey, I'm superstar. I can't be anything less. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. Yeah. My work is not about me. It's about who lives in me. My children, not about me. It's about who lives in me. My contract is not about me. My education, not about me. My life, not about me. Everything. It's not about me. Your life It's not about you. It's about what is you. It's not about you. You're what you're doing. You're what they're company. Everything is not about you. It's about what you. It's not about you. It's about what is you. It's not about you. It's about what is you. God calls me the guy, or you call me Mugu. Hey, if I be you, then you come to me. Now who you go believe? God calls me superstar, but you call me Sabah, Mr. Sabah. If I be you, then you come to me. Now who you go believe? Now you're asking me who I am. If I tell you, will you believe me? You are asking me where I come from. If I tell you, will you comprehend? You are asking me who I am. If I tell you, will you believe me? You are asking me where I come from. If I tell you, will you comprehend? Hey, I'm composed of fire. I'm supernatural by design. I breathe well under the water. I'm one with a flame. I'm one of the spirit. Christ Jesus is in me. Don't wonder why. I've always been the best. I'm the superstar. Without wings, I've touched the sky. Christ is my wings. Oh, superstar. Without legs, I'm watching from the mountains top. Hey, I'm a superstar. I can't be anything less. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. If you are asking me who I am, if I tell you, will you believe me? You are asking me where I come from. If I tell you, will you comprehend? If you are asking me who I am, if I tell you, will you believe me? You are asking me where I come from. If I tell you, will you comprehend? I'm composed of fire. I'm supernatural by design. I breathe well under the water. I want with a flame. I'm on the spirit. Christ Jesus is in me. Don't wonder why. I've always been the best. I'm the superstar. Without wings, I've touched the sky. Christ is my wings. Oh, superstar. Without legs, I'm watching from the mountains. Hey, I'm a superstar. I can't be anything less. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. I'm a superstar. Oh, without wings, I'll touch the sky. Christ is my wings. Superstar. Oh, without legs, I watch it from the mountains. Hey, I'm superstar. I can't be anything less. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. It's not about me. It's about who lives in me. Wow, let's start. Thank you for coming. Thank you, those who are online, those who are offline. Thank you so very much for coming. So let's hit the ground running immediately. Yesterday we had worked on quite a lot. Yes, we worked on what money is. We agreed that money is something that we already know what it is. So it doesn't need explanation. But my wish was that you could find out that money is a colored pepper that is a contrivance of the society. The strength you give to it is the strength that it will have. And your ability to give it that strength or take it from it is what will make you rich. There's a lot of people, whenever they hear money, they cringe. They're like, oh, it's something difficult to make and all this. But money is the easiest thing to make because people will always need value. And if you can offer those values, you can make as much money as you want. Now, there are forms of money. We talked about a lot of them yesterday, from credibility to qualification to cash to even your goodwill and all those. We also talked about why we struggle to make money because we don't know that money by its nature needs to be attracted. And we agree that how not to make money is to pursue money because the more you pursue money, the more money will run because money needs some level of charm. If you don't have that charm, you're going to stay forever without, getting the money. Then lack of we talked about lack consciousness and prosperity consciousness. And we agreed that lack consciousness are those who will always see the wrong thing. They will always feel like, oh, money is going to run away. I'm not going to succeed in this. People who make money have taken some of mine. So there's no way I can make as much money. So if anybody makes 1 billion, 100 million, how much ever the person makes, you think it has subtracted from you. But prosperity consciousness, the ability to be in tune with the fact that there is so much abundance on earth that no one person can exhaust it, all the people on earth cannot exhaust it. Yes, in around 1776 to around 70, or rather around 1820 thereabout, America was only 15 million people. Today, America is more than 300 million people, and people are still getting rich. People are still making money. The same with us. At independence in this country, we are few millions. Now we are more than 200, and people are still making money. Look around you. You're going to see all the money people are making, and they're not all thieves. If you are a thief, people are not thieves. We talked about the three M's of money. We talked about money making, money management, and we talked about money multiplication. Then we looked at all the blunders people make around money. We talked about, oh, I want money now. Now it's a blunder. God will bring more money. It's a blunder. Investing must be huge. It's a blunder. We talked about um, small money can't make you rich. It's a blunder. We talked about wealth is not built but gotten. Yes, a lot of people think just boom, the money you get money. That's blunder. We talked about hard work can't make you rich. It's a blunder. We talked about quite a lot yesterday. Yes, just a recap. So let's quickly work on the things we have today because we're going to end in the next 2 hours. So, or 1 hour, 45 minutes. So let's talk about the science of getting rich. Now, getting rich is a science with algorithms. Getting rich is what? A science with algorithms. The things you need to know your farm. Knowing your farm means where can you plant and it will make you wealthy? Where can you plant and it will grow? That is what it means to know your farm. You need to know your farm. You need to prepare your ground. Preparing your ground is getting ready. If you're an artist, hone your skill. If you're a programmer, hone your skill. Whatever you are, hone your skill. You must understand how to prepare your ground. Get that ground sorted. Know all the things you should know in that business. Then get your good seed. What are you planting? This seed that you've prepared, this land that you prepare, plant a good seed there. That good seed is your skill. That good skill, that good seed is your ability. Yes, a lot of us, if you ask me, what do you know how to do? About 2 weeks ago, I saw a woman carrying twins, and she was hawking pure water. And the day I saw her was a day to my twins' birthday. And I said, wow. I gave the woman some money, and my wife said, oh, can't we invite this woman and give her food? We invited her to my office and gave her, because we have a rice company, we gave her, rice, we gave her beans, and all those. At the end of the day, I asked the woman, this thing I gave you is like just giving you fish. Now, what can you do? What is that thing you can do? Pure water, of course, I can't support you to carry these wings and moving around with pure water. So, what else can you do so that I'll be able to support you? The woman said she doesn't know what else she can do. But we were on that for about 30 minutes and I got tired because, I don't know how to sit her down, take her through classes of what she can do. That was a little bit more than I bargained for. And that's how the woman left, and I couldn't do more because really she doesn't know anything she can do, and my own is to take her out from the road. So I can't give her more money to go do hawking because she's carrying twins, and I have twins. So I know what it means for her to keep carrying twins around, the risk of car hitting them down, and the heat of the risk of the kids falling sick. Yeah, so she doesn't have skills that I can invest in. So get your good skill, rather seed, plant your seed on the prepared soil. Now, when you plant your seed, understand that seed will need time to do what? To grow. Plant your seed. Water all your seed. Okay? Then your ability to keep expanding your territory. Understand that as you have one farm, you need to extend to another. You need to grow the farm. You need to grow the farm. Yes, learn the changing tactics. As you go ahead, you find out that the farm is changing. How to farm is changing. A lot of people do not know anything about internet. They don't know anything about programming. They don't know anything about quite a lot of things. And for them, it is the old way of doing things. They don't market online. Yes. So keep expanding your territory. Learn the changing tactics. Improve your arsenal. Improve on your arsenal. Keep repeating and improving your magic. Yes, because wealth, money is dynamic. If you don't understand the dynamism of money, you will just say, I am a photographer, I am a painter, I am an artist, I am whatever you think you are. It is changing. Yes, I I just did a project for an institution, and I used their fine do the project, and I was talking about them turning their art into NFTs and doing all those. It was really wonderful. Thank you. Sarah. It was really wonderful to to know all the possibilities. When we did the financials, it was in hundreds of millions and billions. The potentialities of one department in that higher institution, the potentiality, yes. So, but they are comfortable sitting there. Their fine art department is just there. The lecturers are there. Nothing is happening. There are spectrums of wealth, but time will tell me to tell you about them because, yeah, of my time. But I want to tell you that when you talk about success, success is not just what? It's not just sitting down there and then making a lot of money. No, success has to cover all the spectra. Yes, all the spectrums of wealth should be covered. You have to be rich and wealthy in your health. I was just watching one pastor that just died. I just watched. I don't know when it happened, but just recently. Yeah, the man said his heart was paining him. He didn't sleep all night. The next day he was out there to preach, and before you know it, yeah, the man, died because he, as for me, from what I saw in the story, he wasn't very careful about his health. Yes, not because people will not die. People will always die, no matter how much you try. But the point is that do the one that is in your hands and then leave the rest to God. So you have to be healthy. Yes, you have to be wealthy in your health and in your well being. You have to be wealthy in your love and relationships. Okay. If you come to my class here now, the whole of my family is here. Why? Because they need to understand what I do. They need to grow. Yes. And they need to, yes, be with me in the things I do. The third one, you have to be wealthy in your passion, in your profession. You have to be wealthy in your finance, yes, and money freedom. You have to be wealthy in those areas. But that's not what we are treating today. So today we want to work on tools for making money, tools for easy money. So let's talk about them very quickly. I don't intend to stay too long in this conference today. So let's talk about them very, very quickly. So number one, the first tool, I'm talking about tool, like tool as if you were talking about something like hammer or anything that you can use to do something. That's what I'm talking about. So tools, yeah, that you can use, tools you can use to actually, yeah, become your dream when it comes to money. Number one is value mindset. That's the first tool I always talk about, value mindset. Value mindset is the understanding that no matter how you cry, no matter what you do, if you don't have value that you are selling, if you don't have value that you are taking out there, there is nothing anybody can do about that. Those who want to help you, saw how I wanted to help the, or she doesn't have any value that I know that I can work with. Yes. What do you know how to do? Nothing. Only to sell pure water. And pure water, selling pure water and hawking around is the reason I want to remove her from the road. If she has anything she knows how to do very well, it would have been so easy for me. Immediately, it's easier for me to help her. But because she doesn't have, value that I can leverage to help her, it became very difficult for me to do anything. So understand value mindset. That's the first tool. Now, the second tool we will talk about today is you need to understand how to date money. You need to understand how to date money. Yes, dating money, DATING, is like taking money out. You need to understand how to romance money, to be, somebody money loves to be around. I was reading something on one of my boys' timeline. The guy was saying, if you, yes, Josh, thank you very much. The guy was saying something. He said, yeah, that if you disrespect money and then you want money to stay. In fact, he was saying, he took it to extreme and said that money is a spirit. Even when you gossip about it, it will hear. Okay. It took me to a story a friend told me 2 weeks ago. My friend Ifedayo told me that story about one of his friends who whenever he gets to $5,000, um, he will have issues. Whenever he gets to 5,000, whenever he becomes rich, he will not get down back to $5,000. Yes, if his money goes into high, it comes low again to $5,000. So one day he told me the guy went to a seer and the seer says, you mocked $5,000, and that's why $5,000 say you can't be, you can't be richer than $5,000. So the guy started trying to check, and the man told him, go and check, go and find out. And the story had it that the man found out that there was a time a house was burning, and somebody was crying and said, my $5,000 is inside there. I want to run in there. I want to go and get my 5,000. And the fire was too much. And he said, I must go in there. And he came to that scene and saw the man and said, is it because of $5,000 that you are crying like this and you want to go into there? More like you go in there now, rubbish. And, the story says the $5,000 had it. Don't mind the story. The $5,000 had it and said, you cannot be richer than $5,000. Okay, so the man was told to go and start looking for the. Yeah, what we are saying today is that you must have value mindset that makes money feel proud of you. Yes, and then the next thing, and then you must know that if you are not expecting any money, like myself, I don't expect any money that I'm not exchanging for value. But it's very important to point out that the value we're talking about is not linear. The value doesn't mean that you must work 30 days before you make $1 million. It doesn't mean that you must work 100 days before. No, it's not linear. The value we are talking about is your ability to know something you can give that is equivalent to what you want. In other words, if you can prevent a billionaire from committing suicide, yeah, because you talk to him for just 30 seconds and he didn't commit suicide again, how much should you be paid? You talk to a billionaire for just 30 seconds and he had already gone to commit suicide, and you talk to him or with him for 30 seconds and he stopped and he started having sense of I should leave. That's much waiting for me to do on earth. How much should you be paid? So somebody can just think, is it not just 30 second stock? No, that 30-second stock is worth billions of dollars. So you should be paid that much. So when we talk about understanding value mindset, we're not talking about the fact that money making must be linear. No, we are talking about the fact that the value you're offering must be very, very concomitant to what you are getting. Now, remember, value is in the eye of the beholder. That is why you have to choose the people you serve. There are jobs in our organization we don't do. Okay. There are trainings we don't do. That is why you see this program. It is 100% free. We're not selling anything. We're not interested in selling anything. You come, you listen at the conference, and I hold it 2 times every month. You come, you listen, and then you go. And I want to try as much as I can to hold it for the whole of this year. Yeah, that should be about 100 episodes. I want to do that not just because of myself, just because I want to help, people realize themselves, little things that are holding people back. I want them to realize how to get out of that. So we're in the third edition. This is 3.0, and then I do hope the next 2 weeks we do 4.0, and then we continue and we continue. So value mindset is about understanding that you have something that you can give to the world. In fact, yesterday when I was teaching the EDCC Entrepreneurship Development Certificate course in Shonkozi at Shonkozi Business School, my organization, yeah, I was asking them a question: what can you give? They were having issues with understanding what they can give to the world. In fact, one of the women in the class said she knows how people can succeed even in this hard time, that she has a way of knowing what people can do to do things right. And that is why anywhere she goes, she's able to see all the flaws in the place. For instance, if she comes in here, she can look around and find where the flowers can be, find where the artworks can be, how the tables can be arranged, and all those. Yeah. So you can understand that this is a gift, but she said she had never made money with it. Yes. And I told her immediately what to do. We designed a program for her, and I do hope she are okay. Yesterday in the night, she had written me and added me to the WhatsApp group. Yeah, so she didn't know those were values, but I was able to open her eyes. My friend Josh can do a lot of designs. Yeah, Joshua, he can do a lot of designs, but I don't see him making money with that. Yes, because you can know something, but if you don't value it, you can't take it to a word, to the public. A lot of people can sing, but because you think that your song is not serious, you've never thought about, doing something about it. A lot of people can paint, but because you think that, oh, you're not an artist, you can't paint perfectly. Look at the works of Picasso and some other guys. You're going to see that some of Picasso's work that are selling hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, some of them are so funny, and you are asking, what was he drawing? So the question about value mindset is, what one thing can you do so well? Yes, whether you learned it in school or not doesn't matter at all. But are you able to do it? Do you know how to do that thing? It could be speaking. I earn as much as 10,000 US dollars talking for 1 hour. Yes. So what am I saying that you can't say? It's all about understanding the value of what you are saying, understanding that value and taking it to the marketplace. So it doesn't end with value, it ends with the value mindset. When you have a value mindset, what happens is that everything you are doing, you are asking yourself, how can I improve on this? Now, remember, we always say that the opposite of what? Of excellence is not mediocrity. That the opposite of excellence is conformity. You are doing it the way others are doing it, you are conforming. Okay? So I want to encourage you to have value mindset. Everywhere you are, know that you are valuable. Everything you do, know that is valuable. Everything you say, know that is valuable and it's adding. And when you become value minded, yeah, somehow value will start finding you. You will start, going out there with a sense of intentionality and deliberateness. Yes. Now, if you've got that, I want you to spare a second, if you are online, to share this webcast to your friends on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp. Please do share that and come back so we continue. So you have 10 seconds to do that. I do hope you are just doing that. Okay, Sunny, welcome. Heritage, welcome. Cyril, welcome, and all the people in the class. Yeah, welcome, guys. Good. So let's go ahead. So day number two, which is part two of this conference, we were talking about tools for easy money. So number one, we talked about value mindset. That's the first thing we talked about. So the second thing we're talking about is dating money, DATING. You need to date money. Yes. How do you date money? You need to do some things that are a little profound. You need to go to a place. Yeah, Tena, good evening. How are you? You need to go to a place where you radiate, a place that radiates prosperity, and then stay there for some time. That's why I told my friend Sunny that you have to go to Transcorp this week. Yeah, next week. Sunny, do you hear that? Yes. You go there, buy a little cup of chocolate tea for maybe 1.5 or 2.5. It will be penning you in your body. Say, this thing I can use it to do tea for 1 month in my house. So it will pain you. But what are you doing? You are dating money. You are dating, you are like, yeah, we are there.